What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're taking a look at some Gruul Werewolves, and this is something I've seen different people have a take on, both in Standard and in Alchemy. And today we're going to be playing some Alchemy games, but this is a very simple list to build if you want to make the transition from Standard to Alchemy. I also did a video just yesterday talking about that, so if you do want to play more decks or look at other things that are available to make that transition, feel free to check that out. Also, I want to say thank you to those of you this year as we cross the holiday season here. Really just thank you for supporting the channel, for the growth we've had, and being along for the ride, because we have even more content coming that I can't talk about yet, but it's right around the corner. But anyway, let's hop into this Gruul Werewolves deck for Alchemy. As always, remember to show some love to our folks at UltraPro over at shop.ultrapro.com because they love me and support me, and y'all want to support me, so support them so they can keep supporting me. You know how it works. All right. So the biggest thing about this list that I've discovered is the one thing, and honestly, this kind of applies to Standard already anyway, but moving into Alchemy, there are more creature decks and a lot of Lifegain creature decks, and you very much need both of these cards. I can't say that enough. Like, if you change anything else in the deck, don't change these two cards. Like, you need 4 Play with Fire, 4 Blizzard Brawl, and honestly, I might even find some other removal card of some sort. Maybe one of the ones that that deals 5, and like if stuff goes to the graveyard, it would be exiled instead. Something like that, because that is very powerful against those Lifegain decks. But that being said, this is what we played. 4 Play with Fire, 4 Blizzard Brawl, 3 Tenacious Pups, possibly a 4th one if you can find a good spot for it. Feel free to do it. 2 Rahilda, which Rahilda's good. Not terribly necessary, but good. So if you do want to swap that for one of your pups, feel free. 2 Outland Liberator, because we do want to be able to get rid of some of the enchantments that are floating around and are problematic. And then we have 2 Ranger Class, because this card's still just good. There's really no way around that. 4 Pack Leader, 4 Kessig Naturalists. We're playing 3. I guess I should be specific on Werewolf Pack Leader, because there is another Pack Leader. The 3 Reckless Stormseeker. And haste creatures really do have an impact on the later stages of some of these control matchups. So you don't want to skimp any more than this. We're playing 3 Tovolar, but I could see an argument for a 4th Tovolar as well. So again, if you don't have certain cards, feel free to squeeze in and put one here. And then we have 2 Blood Rage Alpha. Again, we just kind of wanted to have a little bit more removal, but if you're light on rares and you want to make that transition from Standard into Alchemy, this is one where maybe you could skimp, possibly. And then 1 Ill-Tempered Loner. Again, this is kind of a flex spot. We have 2 Halana and Elena. These are not flex spots. We want to make sure we keep all those in there. And then we have 1 Volatile Arsonist, which again, another flex spot for late game stuff, and another haste creature. So do with that what you will. There's some good stuff here. Also, Volatile Arsonist, I want to point out, works very well in board states where your opponent just played like a Lolth and only has 2 spiders. This allows you to attack, kill one of the spiders. Your opponent now can't block. You can attack into the opponent. You still get to deal 1 to Lolth, and it works out great. So a really powerful card in a lot of the right situations. But we do have 2 Shatter Skull Smashing, 5 Snow-Covered Mountains, 1 Lair of the Hydra, 8 Snow-Covered Forest, 4 Crag Crown Pathway, and 3 Rockfall Veil. So yeah, nothing real crazy here going on. Like I said, the focus here is really just the pups, which are uncommons, easy to get. Then you just have the Rahildas and the Blood Rage Alpha. So really just 4 cards if you want to make the transition from Standard into Alchemy. It's a pretty easy build. And even then, I think you could probably go without the Rahildas if you really wanted to, and probably just play the 2 Blood Rage Alphas. I think that's still pretty key, and you want to have those for certain matchups. But I feel like you could go without Rahilda possibly, and maybe make that another Tenacious Pup and another Tovolar, and I think that would solve the problem just the same for you. But regardless, we're going to play some games. At the end of the games, we'll talk about how we still feel about those changes, and we'll have a card spotlight for you. So we'll catch you on the backside. I don't know at all. I guess we keep this. But yeah, I have some stuff like, I was just being silly the other day and put up a thing like, am I the villain? And I showed like the 5 color slivers that I'm putting into a commander deck. And that started conversation. It got like, I don't know, 900 views or something. So it's you know, you never know what's going to hit. You know... If you were willing to shoot me with that, that means you have another one, right? So we need something with at least 3 toughness. I'm willing to sacrifice the pup for the good of the team. Alright. Opponent did not play anything there. Alright, well, I'm going to assume whatever we play here is probably going to die. But it will come into play as a 4 toughness. So that's a thing. And they don't have an answer. So here we go. Alright. I like this plan. I like where things are going. Does the opponent have any? If we get a land, an untapped land here, Halana and Elena gets to do some real situational stuff here, right? Because we're going to get to put 2 counters on, well, increase Halana and Elena's power, and then put, oh, we did get it. All right. So now we get the good turn. Target creature we control, we will put it on this duder. And then, yep, I was going to say, that's going to be a lot of damage. We're going to keep this. There is no reason to throw this back. We have 3 playable cards almost no matter what order we play our lands in. Well, that's not true. If we try to play this on turn 2, it would be bad. But everything else works. Oh, we're going to be playing this type of game, huh? Let's sigh. That is not great. Well, okay. This usually means it's some type of either mono black or resolve mid-rangey thing. So we're going to be at this for a bit. Strap yourselves in, folks. Actually, that's not true. Yeah, I was going to say, this is probably just the Sanguine Bond, Sacrifice, whatever deck. Which is still a longer deck, but now we're just really trying to dodge, like, problematic things like, Meat Hook Massacres and stuff. Which, that card's kind of on my crap list too, man. Like, that card does too much and has too many words on it. And I'm guilty. I play it in decks too. But that card's too good. It really is too good. Alright, opponent. What you up to? Eye twitch. Sure. I was going to say, any chance we'd get to fight a thing, but my deck said no. That's not going to be a thing. However, we do at least get a card here. So that's got to count for something, right? Unless the opponent wants to blow up 2 treasure here. Which, yeah, wouldn't be the worst thing for us. Are you going to let us attack? Looks like the answer is yes. Okay. Well, all right then. This could be where we get one of those big meat hooks. Nope. Well, what are we doing here? Oh, they're just going to exile something the hard way. No attacks at all. Man, we're kind of rolling all our eggs out here, but they basically said they're not willing to play a sweeper right now, so why not? We'll go ahead and put the counters on this. Because I know they would rather get rid of the werewolf, but now they're going to want to get rid of Halana and Elena. So actually, I guess I should have pumped the werewolf pack leader, huh? That was a little bit of a goofy mistake. Because now, if we attack, they go get a card, they could triple block. That sucks. I can only really attack with these. I goofed that up. I should have put the counters on the werewolf. On the pack leader. I mean, it's still mostly fine, but I did miss out damage this turn. Halana Elena has a lot of words, too. I mean, first strike, reach, like, ugh. I mean, I get it. You're trying to make cards that can compete with all these sweepers and do all these things, but it's just like, I feel like if we just didn't have so many of those spot removals and sweepers and other stuff, like, we wouldn't have to have all these, like, absurdly worded creatures. Oh yeah, I'm expecting a Loth at any point. But we have Shatterskull smashing and stuff, so it's not the end of the world. If they play a Loth, we can get rid of Loth and a token and still just keep fighting. Now, the interesting thing for the opponent here is, I don't know what you really want to get rid of. I'm assuming Halana and Elena, because that feels like way bigger of the problem. But, yeah, I don't know. Either way, we're getting a card this turn, so I'm good with it. Like, oh, okay. That's actually a real good play there for them. And then we have to discard 2 things. Probably has to be a land and ranger class, believe it or not. Especially since we already know kind of what's going on with the opponent's hand. But the reason being is this allows us to do this. We can attack with it. That leaves us enough mana that we could potentially kill both creatures if they split their blocks here. We have to get red mana, though. Not draw red mana deck. I have to make red mana. Okay. Well, they didn't give us what we wanted. And I'm wondering why they held on to the Eye Twitch. Other than maybe drawing a Deadly Dispute? Could have been the reason. But we got kind of what we wanted otherwise, so sure. And the fact they didn't want to block makes us feel even better, I suppose. Downside is we don't really have anything left in hand, but we do have our Lair of the Hydra ready to go. So we'll see. Hopefully the opponent doesn't draw land plus Blood on the Snow, because that'd be pretty bad for us. Alright, you got your exile cards. What are you hitting? Nope, they're going to Sciences. Which, you know, Sciences, to be able to block with your Faceless Haven is a real play here. It's not the craziest thing. What do we want to do here? Means we can't attack with Halana and Elena. It's basically what this means. So, 1, 2, 3 if we really wanted to. And then I'd just be trading that for a Faceless Haven. That doesn't make us feel good, does it? But the opponent's only at 11. Whatever. Like, we can see all their hand but 1 card. So, sure. I could do it for 4 and still play the pup post-combat, actually. No, I can't. Why is this only... Wait. This should tap all our other mana. Why is it only showing... Oh, no, never mind. I'm doing my math wrong. Never mind. All right. I was thinking incorrectly. All right, let's get in here and attack. I think I'm willing to trade our land. I'm willing to take that gamble. I'm going to protect the pack leader here instead. And just say, if you got it, you got it. Because, like, you got to block or kill something, which means you're not going to be able to activate the Faceless Haven. Excellent. All right. Yep. You get to block a thing. I mean, you have to block the pack leader, not die. Yep. Yeah, now we're not going to play anything, obviously. We'll just leave it to the opponent, see if they top deck what they need. They did draw the Blood on the Snow. Wow. Okay. They get it, they get it. Nothing you can do about it. They didn't have much to get back, though, so that's the plus side. Here, let's go ahead and set up a situation where they're going to have a hard time killing things. and still getting rid of our lands. Yeah, we go ahead and attack with this, actually. 1, 2. That's all we can do there. Can't even do it for 3. We can only do it for 2. That's fine, though. Because they have to block, so it means they can't actually use the necrotic fumes. They have to get rid of something another way. Which also means if they play like Lolth here now, that's not good enough to win with either. Oh, they did have the land for that, though. Gosh dang it. Well, if they just keep drawing it, they keep drawing it. What you gonna do? Plans. Let's play... let's just attack with this real big. Or do I just want to go 6? I'm like, if I do 6, what happens? I guess really nothing bad. I mean, if we lose the land, we lose the land. But they also already have a... Oh, no, that's a... Yeah, they already have it anyway. They could kill it next turn if they wanted to anyway. So probably just this. Mostly just trying to clear out some blockers here. I was really hoping to draw a haste creature on this turn, which would have been huge. Did the pup give it trample? Yes. But I only first strike on the front. Now that I double strike, it's actually okay. The problem is first striking on the front just means I would run into a 4/4. So attacking doesn't really do much there. If it would have had Death Touch and Trample, that would have been sweet. Because then it could have just dealt 1 damage to the blockers and then got the rest through. Oh. What are we looking for here, opponent? I mean, I guess if you just drew Lolth, that's still a good card here. Yep. Alright. Now I need a removal card. Or a haste body.
By my do what I demand.
That is none of those things. That is not a one of those things. Ah, boy. What are we going to get to do here? And they flip this back so it doesn't have double strike anymore. Oof. So what kind of situation are we looking at here? I'm trying to like, what's the best we can do? I mean, I could also just draw a dang... Play with fire and just win here as well. Hearsay says you're 27-9 with the build, wondering what cards I should run versus cards I shouldn't. If you're already 27-9, there's nothing I'm gonna be able to help you with your deck, man. It's like that's trying to let perfect be the enemy of good. I'll look at it though, but I don't think I'm gonna have much that's gonna contribute. So if we play the wolf and do nothing, we know we're staring at all this mess. So that doesn't help. If we attack with this, it can just chump block. I mean, we can make it 4, 5, 6, 7. But then that allows them to just make things again with Lolth, which isn't any good. If we attack with this and this, they could still block here. This blocks there, this blocks there. Lolth just resets. I guess all we can do is this, and then just have some more tramplers next turn. I think is the only real plan here. I mean, I could also not played anything, but then that's just silly. That would have been a horrible plan. What? Opponent? Wait, what? Is this happening? All right, I'm gonna let it resolve.
Go, my children.
Like what? I don't think this hand does anything. I mean, our opponent's going first. Let's try it. Let's just try it. Well, that's not going to do much of anything. Sure. Now, of course, because I did that, I'll draw the pack leader for 2 mana, but 2 green mana. Oh, hey, excellent. We get to kill a whelp before it gets to do anything crazy for the opponent. Love that. Pup, you're not bad here, actually. Okay. Do you have another whelp, though? Nope, but you have an Orb of Dragonkind. Alright, the plus side is we might be able to make something big enough to fight with dragons. So that's a thing. I mean, we have double Blizzard Brawl. Don't have quite... Oh, well, that's going to be annoying. Though, that's the next thing we play, though. We can also not cast something to have this turn over, and they're not going to play more than one dragon next turn. Let's see what we get. Well, we could take a big hit here. If they have Inferno with the Star Mounts, we take 10. They go to 22. So we'd be at 7, but then we'd be able to Blizzard Brawl both creatures, because this would be 5 and then be 6. So then the question is just, do we want to play anything here? Yeah, I think we do. I think we want to play this. And that just gives the option of we can either have another creature fight, target wolf or werewolf we have fights a creature we don't control, or the next werewolf we play fights something. Sadly, right now in our hand is just the pup, so sure. Playing another pup I don't think is quite good enough here. Let's choose the next one. And just hope we draw something worthwhile when it matters. See you later, Wire. Hopefully people enjoy your presents. Alright, so it's just the Goldspan Dragons. That's actually like the least damage we could probably expect to take here, which is pretty nice, all things considered. Now we just have to hope they don't have Dragon's Fire. Oh, they do. Nope, they don't. Interesting. So they don't have Dragon's Fire. Unless they have a dragon. Well, no, because if... Well, I guess if they were a red short, or a mana short, they can't play the big one. Okay. So I think here's what we're going to do. We're going to start here. Okay, they don't have Dragon's Fire. That was the Dragon's Fire check. is what we were doing. So now that we know that's not there, we can freely do this. All right. Okay, we get a pile of cards. Are they anything worthwhile? Oh, okay. Rahilda's not bad. Another Tovolar is okay. Problem, though, is we have 2, 4, 6, 7. We're not going to be able to fight a dragon with these, though. I think we're better off just playing this. Actually, no, because we'll flip everything with Tovolar, and I don't want it to be smaller. What do they have in the yard? They're not playing a sweeper. I'm going to will it to be. They're not playing a sweeper. And I'm going to set this... I probably should have just... If I was going to play that... Nah, let's just pass. Because we might just want to shoot the opponent. I think this is fine. Because if they play a dragon here, we might actually just end up with lethal because we can also pump from the Tovolar. If they attack us for 6 here with an Inferno, they would take 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, those would actually flip. This would be double strike. Yeah, just what's on board would be lethal. So they've got to do something else. And randomly, if Pup dies, we do get a little bit of life, right? No, when it enters the battlefield, we gain a life. So that's... Oh, I was thinking the other one. Okay, they gave up anyway. So... All right. We will... Yeah, I guess we'll keep it. It's not like the progression we would normally want, but I'm kind of okay with this. We'll just Ranger class on 2 and then maybe Stormseeker on 3, depending on what we draw. Well, that's not so exciting, and we don't have the ability to play the pack leader, which is unfortunate. So we're just going to do this. No attacks. Yep. You have a 4/4 duder. Oh, and that's late to the party. What can we really do here? We play this, it'll be a 3/4, attacks as a 4/4. And then I could play the Blood Rage Alpha next turn to possibly kill the pack leader. However, if they have a Blizzard Brawl, which is likely, we don't actually get to keep this. Alright. Gonna do it anyway. Why not? Okay, they did want to trade. I didn't think they were going to want to. Alright. Fair enough. They have another? Nope, just the regular pack leader. Interesting. Okay, well, that didn't really go the way I thought it would at all. I mean, do I do this and just fight that and then attack? Seems a little wasteful, but not terrible. Or I could just play a pack leader and then attack for 2. That's probably better. Actually, I mean, I guess we attack with both of these, right? I mean, if the opponent wants to block and trade, I guess it's cool. I mean, we're not overly attached to either one of these things. Alright, they are choosing to block. Okay. Not really how I thought this was going to go, but we'll play that tapped. End the turn. Odd progression here. Okay. So not a wolf at all. Totally not expected, but that's okay. Now I'm just debating, do I use this to go with the opponent's head, or do I go after their pup here? I think we just eliminate the pup. Just to take away blocking options. Well, we didn't draw anything worthwhile, so that changes that to all hell. Anyway. So, what's our next option here? We can just level up and then attack. I mean, but I could just pump this to a 5 anyway. But leveling up seems smarter. That's good for future turns. We don't get that big of a benefit. I mean, if they want to block our 1/2 and take 4, I'm fine with that. Yeah. Now, admittedly, they could end up bad, because who knows? They could want to play like Ren and 7 or something or whatever. Well, they had extra lands, so it doesn't matter that much, I guess. Yep, Oddity. It's in there and smacks us for some. And that gives them the ability to possibly flip their Oddity next turn. Oh no. Too much mana. Alright, well, we'll get in what we can. Not great. Not great at all. Oh, double Oddity. Ugh. Alright, well, we're basically dead now. Even more dead. Yeah, we got nothing. We got nothing. Especially with that on top. Yep. Ugh, gross. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. As much as I would like this to be another thing, I don't think we can really open with anything else here. Though, of course, I'll probably draw some untapped land, and then I'll be, like, regretting my decision. And sadly, we're on the same thing. Though they might just be on mono green. We've been seeing that a lot, where there's basically werewolf mono green variants. They have a cobra. That's not what we expected to see. Interesting. I think I'm going to go with this and just be more mana efficient here. Whereas next turn, we can then also play like Naturalist, possibly attack with it, play Pack Leader after the fact. Now, that being said, they could play some big thing here that's going to be horrendous for us. But we'll see. Nope, it's just a Blizzard Brawl. Okay, that's not so bad. Till we see a troll here. Nope, another pup, followed by... Okay, yeah, we'll block a pup. Oh, they're gonna actually pump and... Alright, cool. I actually don't mind that, believe it or not. That is the lesser of two evils, if you will, there. Makes it a lot easier for us this turn. I mean, unless they just have fight spells to burn. I mean, they may have had a lot of them. Glorious Sun. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, good hit. I think I will block and trade with the Cobra. I think I'm willing to accept that. Okay. What do we do here? We can play 3 and that only leaves us 3. We can do this for 5. Have a 4/4 body to block with, which is kind of nice. Let's go ahead and do that. And then no attacks. Mostly because they're probably just going to activate Faceless Haven, give everything +1/+1. And that's pretty rough on us. Oh, they didn't even do that. They're just drawing a card. Interesting. Not sure what that says about their hand. And we're not playing anything? I was gonna say, like, that was about to be very weird. Didn't know what to make of that for a second. And another pop. Alright. So they are imploring the go wide strategy, if you will. So what I think we need to do here is it's probably play... This is going to sound crazy, but... Well, no, because they could just block with the pop. So that actually doesn't help us. I was thinking play the Reckless Stormseeker, attack with the Naturalist, play the other Stormseeker. But that only makes the Naturalist a 3/2 instead of a 4/2. So it's not that good for us. So we really just get to play one of these and then do nothing, sadly. So we could be in for a world of hurt here. Actually, we're probably just dead. I mean, we could chump block a couple of ways, I guess, and not die, but it's not great for us. By any means. Oh yeah, Oddity's gonna eat our lunch, for sure here. Yeah, GG's. We're just dead. Whew, yeah, we'll keep this. Looks like our first couple of turns are already mapped out for us. Let's see what we draw. Soul Mender. That's unfortunate because You know what? Let's kill it. And then we're going to be relying pretty hard. Well, not necessarily. We can attack. Yeah, we need another land. Because we're going to have to kill... So, well, that doesn't change anything, I guess. Oh, how do we want to do this? We can Halan on a land. No, we can't. We can't do that till next turn. Let's do this. We'll attack just to get the mana. Opponent won't block because they want that for a life gainer. So we'll go ahead and play this. Let our next werewolf deal damage. So even if they get a creature that gets a bonus from lifelink here, they can attack. Well, they can play the creature, they can attack, put a +1/+1 on it. Then we play Tovolar and just fight something for 3. I don't love it, but that's kind of like our best outcome here. Cleric class. So they didn't play a creature here. I was thinking it might have been Voice of the Blessed or something. Okay. Not a creature I expected to see. So it definitely changes things here. Blizzard Brawl makes that a lot easier, though. God. Okay, I guess this works. Not the way I wanted it to, but it's overall fine. And as much as I want to save this for removal, we're going to pay 3. Just so I can get the cards here. We also get to kill off an Angel of Unity. Get green mana in case we draw a pup. No pups. Oh, we did get a pup. Look at that. Okay. I mean, we did everything we could to manage the creatures and the life total of the opponent. Oh, what is that? Is that some type of sweeper? What do they foretell here? Well, I don't know. I guess it could be the thing that makes angels? Is that possible? Man, how greedy do we want to be? I mean, we're going to get 4 cards here anyway, but... Meh. That's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18? Yeah, alright. Activate this. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I got it done. Alright, we're keeping this. This is probably one of the better starts we've had. Pup into Rahilda. Which could get us some free cards, maybe? Actually, we get access to a lot of free cards. Between a Rahilda and a Tovolar. Putting that on blue. And they're choosing to scry instead of untap it? So they want a Fading Hope that. Fair enough. We can save that for later. We will take some free cards in the meantime. And this helps us keep the pressure up. I like this a lot better. Yep, feel free. Just gonna attack here. Not sure if the opponent has a sweeper or some such, but let's find out. They probably do. You know, in a weird way, I'm tempted, I was going to say, to pump the pack leader even before we attack to force the opponent to choose, like, do you want to give us cards or do you want to kill our Rahilda? Okay, Rahilda apparently scares the opponent. That is also good to know. That it's something they are very concerned about. So, oh, and the opponent missed a mana too. Also good to know. So, I'm just debating if I should just attack with this for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, get a card, put the opponent at 10, but they've kind of shown they're afraid of this card. And since I have multiples, I'm going to play one anyway, regardless of what happens the rest of the turn. Alright, so they're going to gain 2, find their 4th land here. Now, I will tell you, there's a little bit of tension here between Rahilda and Lair of the Hydra, because you kind of want to see what cards you get that you might be able to cast from the opponent, so you also don't want to tap out, because that's kind of ugly. Let's just shoot the opponent. They're not playing type of deck unless they just drop a dragon or something on us. I don't think these cards are going to matter. I could be wrong. If it bites us in the butt later, so be it. I am willing to accept such circumstances. Let's go ahead and attack. See if we get something cool from the opponent. Oh, well that qualifies. We'll check this out. Ill-tempered loner. Alright, we'll put this into our hand. We'll put this into our library. We'll go ahead and play the land. And then, do we just drop down an ill-tempered loner? Why not? Not sure. I mean, our hand's actually still pretty good here. And oh, okay, opponent's dead then. Because we can just pump the ill-tempered loner twice. Well, that's not true. They could go land Fading Hope. So it's not over, actually. Yeah, they have a Ruin Crab. Well, I guess it's still not over, though, for them. Let's play this. We kill the crab. Odd to see the crab, to be honest. Three, 4, 5, 6. So, actually, you know what? We get to see the card first because of First Strike. So, we get to decide if we want to pump the Ill-Tempered Loner. Yeah, we will, actually, because we can't cast that. Alright. So now the opponent has to have a sweeper and a way to deal with our Faceless Haven. I think that's going to do it. We also have haste creatures we could find. Okay, they get to copy stuff here. So maybe not. Hold on. Oh, they're going to mill us for a bunch of cards. Okay, fair enough. We still have 30 cards left, moving us to 22 cards. Yeah, not enough. So it was just a weird mill deck. Awkward. Okay, easy win. Oh boy. Keep it? I don't know what we're really going to do with it, but we have it. I mean, maybe we'll draw a 2-mana thing next turn. That would help out a lot. But over the next 2 turns, we want like a cheap thing and a land, which feels very specific, but we'll see. No, that's not helping. Okay, not sure why we would need double red here, but who knows. They're also putting that on red. And they left it on top. Alright, we did manage to find a land, so I'm going to go with this. Mostly to try and protect Tovolar somewhat. Because there's a chance they just want to kill our creature here. Spikefoot Hazard and... Yep, that makes sense. Are you good enough by yourself, puppers? I don't know. Alright. I mean, 1 life against a burn deck might matter. I would say this here would allow us to kill 2 things. Or kill a dragon if we wanted to. However, now we may have to use it to target a Chandra. Maybe not, though. Let's see what the opponent does here.
You're looking a little singed.
If we get a hasty boy, that would do a thing that would target it. We still would have to shoot her for 2. I think really I got to be able to get a card here, so I think we just go ahead and kill Chandra. I'll just accept that our board's probably going to get swept.
Really cramping my style. So dark out.
Ah, dang it. That would have been real nice to have here. Getting that extra +1 and then putting the counter on something would be real good. But they have to do 3+ something here. Unfortunately, we still didn't find a land. So they need to have the 3 damage sweeper. Okay, so it's not going to die this turn. That's the good news. Well, that's not true. They could do land, burn, burn, which is possible. Especially since they have this. Oh, there's some blue mana. All right. Did not see that coming. So does Tovolar just get bounced or something here? No iteration. All right, so we're going to get at least 2 cards for our troubles. Oh, man. I wanted that to be a land so bad. So then we could have just juiced up Tovolar with this Alana and Elena. It would have been fan-freaking-tastic. Boy, what do we do now? So we have access to Igneous Inspiration, which could deal 3 to Tovolar, then shoot it. All right, well, let's attack. Hopefully we find a land. Oh, it's still nothing. Still nothing. Oh, jeez. What are we looking to do here? All right, I guess we play this. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I mean, that gets us access to more cards, maybe, if Tovolar dies. But this is kind of where we're at. This is not the greatest of situations. Especially if they have the 3 damage sweeper here, because they could really just get rid of everything. Now, the good news would be, if that's all they have, I'd say, then we would have flipped everything with Tovolar, then played an Ill-Tempered Loner. That would have been awesome. But not the case. All right. So all we can do is this. That is very sad. All right. Goldspan Dragon. Checks. Sure. Oh, now we find the land. I see how it is. This is kind of interesting, though, right? Because, I mean, I guess I could give up the Naturalist. Or I could do this and let the Ill-Tempered Loner fight the dragon and put the opponent down to, they'd be 2, 4, so they'd be down to 5. These are actually, like, real relevant things here. But just having the Ill-Tempered Loner is also good enough. So, I think I want to do this. I mean, I know I'm light on mana, but, you know. Opponent's got so much mana. I'm envious. Storm Kiln Artist. Alright. That's going into the tank for some things here. Okay, this is actually pretty good. Now that we found our mana, we're able to rock and roll. Yeah. Health-tempered loner. Deal 3 to the opponent. They didn't have a bounce spell there. But the counter's there and attack. Ooh. Oh. So yeah, as it turns out, I think the Blood Rage Alpha really is more important than the Rahilda, which is kind of good because it's the easier card to get, I guess, because you only need 2 rares versus 2 mythics. So I mean, I guess that's a thing. But I don't have a problem playing both. But again, if you just want the cheap alternative, be able to play in Alchemy, feel free to swap those Rahildas for 1 Pup and 1 Tovalar, and I think you're going to be mostly fine. Now, I will say, the matchup that really is still one of the longest and can be the most difficult at times is going to be the Monoblack Sacrifice deck. However, you can deal with it. It's just a long draining battle, so just feel free to keep that in mind whenever you're playing. But otherwise, we do have answers to things. Of course, the Lifegain decks, if they jump out early and get a bunch of creatures juiced up, like, it can be difficult, but nothing really seems like you can't overcome it, which is kind of nice. So you feel like we had answers and we had late game cards against just about everything. I mean, sometimes we got some bad luck when we didn't get any cards off the top from our Ranger class being leveled up, things like that. But outside of weird, quirky situations, it actually played pretty well. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now, for today's card spotlight. Wow, how could I not say that? We're going to talk about, is it Daybreak Ranger, I think is the name of the card. It's a 3 mana 2/2 werewolf from back around, I think, the second Innistrad. But what's cool about it is that it actually is still kind of sought after at $3, but it never really got its day in Standard. Like, and I was one of the people who tried to play with it, and it just wasn't that great, sadly. And it's actually not a bad card. It lets you deal damage and pick off flyers, but also on the backside, just straight up as a 4/4, gets to fight things. And that's really cool. So I'm not really sure why it didn't really have its time, but just one of those weird cases where the format didn't really work out for it. And there's some ancillary formats now where it actually does get a little bit of play. And it actually is a reasonable card if you want to play some type of Werewolf Commander or add it to the Werewolf Commander deck. Like, that's totally doable. And it's only had 1 printing. Not to say it won't come back again, but realistically, until we do more werewolves or something like another Innistrad, which is probably, I would guess, like 5 or 6 years away, we probably won't see a reprint of this, so it's a safe pickup right now, I would think. Don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with links to our Facebook gaming page, our Twitch streams, and our Discord. So you can come by and chit-chat about anything you want. With the other 550 members of the Brood over there, come on by and say hi. Also, if you would consider it, I'd really appreciate it if you want to help support me and the channel. Please consider joining for just 99 cents. It's really nice, and I super duper appreciate all of you that already have. And if you can't afford that, I totally understand. Feel free to just click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and remember to click all notifications, because that makes sure you don't miss any of the stuff we have rolling out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.